Hello, hi. Welcome to this little practice where we get familiar with the floor. This is where we always start. I love the floor because it's a real resource. And potentially from this kind of 10 minutes practice, you will also tap into how the floor can be a resource for you. So my invitation is to find a spot in your house where you are right now that is quiet, that you can kind of bring your awareness inwards, so little distractions from the outside world if possible, and then really set it up nicely for you. So maybe a nice scent would be nice, plant, cushions, something on the ground, but just make sure that you feel kind of the textures or the beauty, that it feels comfortable, clean and inviting. That's the invitation. And then when you're ready, come join me on the floor. Okay, so assuming you've arrived to the floor, let yourself arrive first. So make sure that your whole self is kind of stretched on the ground, and if that's not a familiar posture for you, it might feel uncomfortable at first, but let's give it some time. So stretch your legs long, stretch your arms long, and kind of notice, where do you land? Where do you land when you arrive here? And what is the first kind of sensation? And what's the first thing that comes up? And it could be anything, it could be a discomfort, comfort. It can also bring up some sadness or relief just by getting on the floor in this way. So just check with yourself, what is the most prominent sensation here. And if something wants to move and adjust, feel free to do so. But the invitation is to kind of stay in stillness. Close your eyes if it feels good, but leave them open if that feels better. And we want to connect with the floor as a resource. What does that mean? So I want to feel how the floor supports me here. And really become kind of acquainted and friendly with the floor, that it really becomes a place that I can go to for feedback. So the floor would feed back where the places in our body where we have tension, the places in our body that feel soft, the places in our body that can relax more. The places in our body that need more care. Because as you are lying here on the floor, you can imagine it as this kind of all-inclusive ground. And you can imagine how it comes up to meet you. And as your body relaxes onto the floor, it makes contact and starts to listen to these meeting points. And really pay paying attention to where the floor meets the body. And this is what we'll do now, scanning. You can already feel how your body relaxed a little bit onto the floor. You can really feel held there. So we will start with the feet. We always start with the feet. And the invitation is to feel that you are inside your feet. And that might not mean much to you right now. But try and see if you can feel yourself inside your feet, as if you're wearing your feet like socks. And really try not to try. Just listening to sensations. And this awareness in the feet in such a way. What else happens when you put your attention there, when you're wearing your feet like socks? It might be relaxation of the toes, the arch of the foot. Maybe you can feel your ankle and your heel kind of become more heavy, maybe more spacious, wide, or just softer. And that might influence also the calf muscles, the shin, and you allow it to travel up into the knees, and there as well, see if you can kind of penetrate the knee and be inside the knee socket. Again, try not to try. Bring softness and curiosity here. So we really allow this melting onto the ground by just placing our awareness into the legs and see what happens. Not forgetting the floor. The floor is there to support you and meet. So from the knees, feeling into the muscles in the thighs, how they might feel. Maybe there's more relaxation that is available there as you travel up into the pelvis. Here you just want to connect with the heaviness of this structure on the ground. It's just really feeling how heavy it is and how good it feels to have it supported by the floor. Really letting the floor meet your pelvis and hold it. And you can kind of connect with this space of your hip joints deep inside your pelvis structure. But again, try not to worry about finding the correct position. Just sensing, just allowing. And feeling the surrounding, what else happens in the rest of your body as you tune in this way. You tune into the heaviness of the pelvis. What else in your whole structure kind of relaxes and melts more to the ground. And from this attunement in the pelvis, travel up a little bit more into the chest, but more specifically into the shoulders, the back that is supported by the ground. So don't forget the floor is your friend. And we kind of want to feel how our shoulders, upper back, lower back, how does it connect with the floor? See if you can bring your awareness into your shoulder joints. So feel that you're inside your shoulder sockets. And again, not to worry if that doesn't mean much. Just very gently placing ourselves in this part of our body and just letting it melt to the floor a little bit more. Feel the hands from this place. Feel how they are supported by the floor. Which part of the hand is touching the ground? Which part of the hand does not? See if you can invite a little bit more relaxation, maybe with some breath. Don't forget to breathe. Just very gently. Bringing awareness to the shoulders, to the chest and the hands on the ground. And we arrive in the head, and the head feels heavy on the ground. Feel where it touches the floor. And what can you do with your face that really support this melting onto the floor a little bit more? Check if your eyes are closed, and if so, are they gently closed or clenching? Relax your eyebrow, relax your jaw, relax your tongue and your mouth. Let the breath in and out with ease. And allow yourself to kind of melt onto the ground. But remember, the ground is your friend. It's there to support you. So keep the contact with the floor as a resource. And then the invitation is to just gently kind of scan up and down the body, making a little bit of a mental note of where you are now. Now that you've checked every kind of contact made with the floor, now that you've relaxed a little bit more your awareness into the ground, where are you now? And how are you in comparison to how you started this short practice? What did you find interesting? Where did you find softness? Where did you find hardness? Where did you find pleasure? Where did you find pain? And bringing really gentle curiosity, gentle holding, not forgetting the holding from the floor. With this gentle awareness, you can start moving your fingers and your toes. Bring a little bit of motion into the feet, into the hands. You can start kind of moving the body a little bit from flexing and pointing the feet, but very gently. Bring the hands, see where it feels nice to touch yourself right now, maybe in the chest, maybe in the belly, maybe a little bit in the shoulders, the neck, the head. And when you're ready, thank yourself for this short practice. Yeah, and come back to space. Yeah, so hopefully this felt nice. Hopefully this felt like a, yeah, like tuning into yourself, bringing yourself back to yourself. Hopefully this felt like everything that was scattered around you was sort of in, and that the melting and surrendering onto the ground didn't feel like going into a void, but actually going into the ground by the ground coming to meet you. So that's the invitation. And if you drifted into sleep, good for you. Deep relaxation invites us to, yeah, sometimes it's sleep. So yeah, good for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I think the reason this practice is a practice is because it takes time. So repeat this as a daily practice, or repeat this like whenever you feel a little bit overwhelmed, repeat it. Try and just go to the floor, listen to this recording, or not, just do your own body scan, but lying on the floor as a resource. And write to me in the comments in the discussion what it is that comes up for you as you practice this, and what it is that, that kind of, spoke to you as you were listening in this way. And what it is that might need, more curiosity. I'm really looking forward to hearing how you've experienced this little practice. Thank you so much. See you next time.